The Chicago Bulls are now 9-9 on the season, and so far, with everything that Billy Donovan has put out there in the airwaves after Nikola Vucevic called the team soft, the Chicago Bulls are no longer responding to Billy Donovan. Is there a bigger issue on the horizon or brewing in Chicago? Y'all know we gonna talk about it, break it all down, but of course, you gotta hear the music first.
Cognac, gang.
Shy Boys Podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I am with my dog, C-Dub. What's the word?
What's the word, man? What's going on, man? We gotta talk about this, bro.
We in trouble, trouble. Who fuck you talking about? But hey, if y'all tuned in, man, make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, man. The Chicago Bulls last night dropped a game to the Charlotte Hornets, 123-116, to where in yet another game, the Chicago Bulls did not come out with energy. They did not show a lot of effort. And then yeah. C-Dub, how you feel about that game last night, bro?
Hey, man. The Chicago Bulls continue this lackluster performances that they're doing, bro. The last two games, the two combined teams that they've lost to have won a total of 8 games. We 9-9. Um, the two losses to Charlotte and the New Orleans Pelicans are kind of inexcusable, even though how young this team is. Um, there's problems structurally, defensively with this team. Um, there's problems offensively, structurally with this team. Um, I could see that somebody would try to say that we trying to get Kobe White in the thick of the things. He's trying to get him acclimated because he's a big part of what we want to do for this season. You can see the difference in Josh Giddey's play. I know a lot of people saying that he's not been the same since he tweaked that ankle. He missed a couple of games after doing that still. But ankle injury don't last that damn long, like a little tweak like that. And you on the court, and me and nephew always went about if you on the court, there's really no excuses. But he has not played the same since the first 6 games to the last 8 or something like that. He was close to a triple double though yesterday, but it's not in the same aspect. It's not the same impact. He's not going downhill, putting his body on players. We won the points in the paint battle yesterday, nephew. But guess what? We still gave up a league leading 56 points in the paint. We had 72, but what does it count if we still give up the league leading 56 points per game? Y'all know what I think the problem is with the paint. I ain't gonna keep beating the dead horse. I guess the Chicago think they can do it a different way, but I think it's obvious at that point that we need to go a different way at the center position, and then everything else will fall in line. At least, at the very least, that will help us get 5 to 10 points better in protecting the points in the paint by changing that template at the center position. Something is wrong with this team. I'm starting to get familiar. I'm getting deja vu. I haven't seen this since the first half of last season. I haven't seen this type of play from the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, it's very frustrating, bro. It's very frustrating. It's gloomy in the Midwest. That's how you should feel as a Bulls fan right now. Fuck, it's gloomy. It's supposed to be snowing and raining at the same time. Coming up here shortly. And this is just how the Chicago Bulls, they've been playing. But C-Dub, we talked about the Chicago Bulls not responding, but I need you to follow me just real quick. And y'all let me know for the listeners too. Y'all let me know if I'm on par, if I'm tripping out, or if it or can we connect some dots here. But C-Dub, the Chicago Bulls, after beating the 76ers, they got blew out by the Milwaukee Bucks. They lost in a close game versus the Cavs, lost in a close game versus San Antonio Spurs. I believe that's the game that Jalen Smith was going off, and then Billy Donovan reinserted Nikola Vucevic in the game, and the whole template changed on the defensive side. And then they got waxed by the Detroit Pistons, so they lost some games in a row. After that Detroit Pistons game happened, Billy Donovan didn't mince words after that game, flat out telling everybody in the NBA world, we're not talented enough to not play desperate. At that moment, we gonna keep it real. I'm like, okay, cool. But one has to consider, how did the team receive that? Because after in the offseason, Ayo Dosunmu said we think of playoffs. So that's number one. Now follow after couple, you know what I'm saying? A couple games later, you get a crazy win over the Denver Nuggets. Then you get a win over the Portland Trailblazers. And then you squeak out a game versus the Washington Wizards and Nikola Vucevic to the NBA world. We're soft. We was like, okay, cool, fine, and dandy. But one has to ask the question again. How did the locker room receive that? Because then after that, you lose in horrible fashion to the Pelicans, 143 to 130, and you have not shown energy in a lot of these games. 3 of 8 in the last 11. Monsters Boo Zealots played 30 minutes yesterday, but prior to that was averaging about 23 minutes a game. And your team continued to come out with no energy. What's the issue, C-Dub? And are you following? Are we starting to connect some dots on me believing that this young team, there's a lack of leadership? Because if you don't come out there and castigate and criticize these young fellas, what are you doing to build them up, to give them confidence, to come into games with energy? Because it's been a consistent thing up until this point, bro.
Yeah. Hey, we listened to Billy Donovan's comments. We listened to Nick Vooch's comments. And sometimes the messenger counts. Billy Donovan with this young team, I think we one of the youngest teams in the NBA, if not the youngest, that can destroy the confidence of a young team. Nick Vooch, if you're gonna be the one to step out in front and be the leader of this young team, there's a specific way. You have to read the room and reprimand to that point. I know you went to the military, nephew. Everybody doesn't get reprimanded the same. It's some people that can take harsh criticism. Even in the military, that's why I used it as an example. And there's some that's highly sensitive to the little bit of criticism. I think that exists in this situation right here. We had a point where Ayo Dosunmu over the offseason, just like you said we trying to make the payoffs. Doesn't tell me that they don't think that's a precursor. So you're looking at your team saying we got enough talent to go to the playoffs. That's what Ayo Dosunmu's thinking.
Yep.
Which also I think could be a leader for this team, Ayo Dosunmu.
Right.
So when your coach come out and say, "Oh, we're not talented enough to come in and do whatever," that's a absolute contradiction of what your team is thinking they're able to do. And then when a guy like Nick Vooch goes out there and tries to reprimand the young team, try to step out front and be a leader, this ain't his first time. Remember back in the day, maybe
he got it to
years.
Zach.
Yeah, he got it to Zach trying to open his damn mouth and shit. He always opened his mouth at the wrong damn time. I knew something was wrong with the saying because the young guys was trying to celebrate a victory, which could have been a good thing. Maybe you could have reprimanded them back in the locker room.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe not right there when they're happy. They're happy for you, actually, that you hit the fucking game winner.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I thought always thought that was weird. Sometimes saying the I don't want to call it the right thing. Sometimes saying what your feelings saying coming out your feelings ain't the at the wrong time is not the right time for that statement, bro. I just think we're just making wrong decisions with our mouths with Billy Donovan and Vooch. This young team may be tired of people that they call leaders shitting on them in the public,
Mm-hmm.
and we may have a problem with the Chicago Bulls, bro. And mutiny, maybe be a little less than mutiny, but it is maybe somebody rolling their eyes on that. And I don't like what they do with Montes Buzelis. Um, I could pick points when Montes Buzelis has played bad, and maybe he needed that. But I can also pick points when Montes Buzelis was killing. He's in the midst of hitting like 3 or 4 straight shots, and then you sub him out like
You
he ain't
icing
20
your
years
own
old.
players. Why does he constantly do this shit? He been doing it since he got here. Zach
Bro, like,
Levine was on a heater. Nah, Zach, you're too hot. Sit down.
sit down.
What?
What? And one more thing, this Noah Essegate thing. Like, I just know he can't handle young talent, bro. Noah Essengate does not belong in the G League. He's destroying them to the tune of 28 points per game.
Bro, I seen a play. He just casually dunks the ball and casually runs back.
Bro, like it ain't even
Why am I here?
like, bro,
Like,
find a
what the
way
fuck?
to get this kid, Billy, 5 minutes. Let's start with 5, Billy. And then let's move up, bro. It's ridiculous what's going on, bro. So it's starting to be real familiar, nephew. It's real familiar out there.
It is, bro. And I think that, I think the one point I want to touch on is that the messenger.
Yep.
If C Dub come on here and be like, nephew, your ass, you tweaking, you doing this, you ain't doing that. And then another episode or on the live, he get the tweaking up. Nigga, you just bro, you just came at me for doing the same thing. So the Bulls players, they look at Nikola Vucevic and be like, we soft. You the big and can't slide your feet. Everybody sliding past you. You a traffic cone. You a turnpike. You just like the red line in Chicago. Not many people playing that fair. They not playing. They jumping over that bit. And that's
Yep.
Nikola Vucevic. So for you to go out there and hold guys accountable, again, it's fair. And I'm not gonna say you can't say things to your team, but soft to grown men, whether they young or not, it's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
Mhm.
It's different. And when you say things to the media, guys don't always respond well to that. When you, on a nightly basis, though you have hit some game winners, don't give your best effort offensively or defensively. So, and we got to remember, Billy Donovan, with you with your words, these young guys, none of them that I can recall have experienced any type of winning. Maybe Kevin Huerter in Sacramento where they was lighting the beam that one year.
Atlanta. Kevin Huerter in Atlanta.
Okay, maybe a little bit in Atlanta. Nikola Vucevic, come on, man, that's Orlando. Yeah, he got to the playoffs, but we talking about the young guys here. Kobe White has one playoff appearance. Same with P. Will. Josh Giddey, he was with OKC, but he struggled through those moments.
Yep.
I think right now, the leaders of the team, instead of breaking them down, you need to be building them up.
Yes.
You need to be building them up. And I know it's going to be somebody that's like, well, that means they is soft. Okay, say it in the locker room.
Right.
Don't go to the media because that man Jalen Smith jumping up. Yeah, Vooch, come on, man, be happy. And we was like, Vooch has a point. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't necessarily the best win. You didn't play your best. You know what I'm saying? But like, hindsight is 2020. So reviewing it and looking at it now, you go and you say, bro, like maybe the message would have been more effectively said or what would have had a greater impact behind closed doors.
Yeah. Don't embarrass the guys, bro. Don't embarrass the guys. Well, you finish, nephew? Because
Yeah,
yeah, bro. Because we don't got a lot of veterans on this team. I could see if we had the last iteration of this team where you had DeMar, you had Andre Drummond, some grown, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Them grown men on the team right now, but them some veterans that we have on the team. You can say things like that because they know how to take it. Bro, we got 20 and 21-year-old guys on this team, bro. Like, what fuck dude talking about? That's what they thinking. Like, fuck on with dude, bro. We just won, bro. It's hard to win games in the NBA, bro.
Facts.
Like, bro, you could have told us in the back, bro. I seen the way they look when when Vooch wasn't just. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
I got a perfect example, bro. And I'm pretty sure everybody that's listening is going to feel this. And this is bringing up another team that's in Chicago, the Bears. Different sport, different circumstances. But when those teams had to come back, when the Chicago Bears had to come back and beat a team by getting a block punt, by beating a team by coming back in the fourth quarter or with 50 seconds left, what was the message, C-Dub? We are not going to apologize for winning because we're learning how to win.
Right.
If that message was being forced to the Chicago Bulls, I think it's no guarantee. I'm not going to act like it's a guarantee, but the message would have been probably received better because these guys are saying in their press conferences, coach is telling us this, coach is saying that. But for some strange reason, you're forcing the Bulls to apologize for winning games as a young team. You shouldn't have to apologize for winning games. Can you go out there and say this is unsustainable? Yes. But when Nikola Vucevic saying we're soft and Billy Donovan, we're not talented enough, it's kind of like you're making them apologize for winning games when in reality, this is a young team who has to grow up, who's going to make plays and struggle and have these moments. Instead of tearing them down, you got to have a different style of leadership at this particular moment. I think right now, you beat them down. Now it's time to build it back up, bro. It's time to build it back up.
Yeah, absolutely. It starts with that. Maybe positive reinforcement is a better route to go with this team. Not beating them down when they feel they've done something in a positive light. A lot of people can't take that. I think you make a great points right there. Now let's look at the team. They 9-9. Nephew, they ain't like they 5 games under 500, but we can see the fucking pattern.
Yeah.
It's not looking good because it's looked familiar. We've seen Billy Donovan teams fall on the wayside really quickly. They can end up 9-17 by a couple of weeks. We're going to need the leaders on this team to really be leaders and read the room. I.e., read the locker room, know what you have. I mean, it's a problem that you don't know what you have at this point. We got to go about it a different way because it's not working. We're not using injuries as excuses. We need to look at ourselves as a franchise, as a team. And we got to go a different route, bro, because the route that we doing is not working.
Yeah, it's not working. It has to be a change. And nobody is saying coddle them.
No.
There's a way that you got to go about your business to help these guys be better. And it starts with coaching, too. One thing that has always gotten on my nerves about Billy Donovan with young people, I understand benching a player sometime. I do. I'm like, cool. But there has also have to be something in your mind to say, if Montes Buzelis, for an example, I'm going to single him out. If he makes a mistake at the dead ball, Montes, fix this right now. And then send him back in the game to see if he can make the corrections or be more aggressive.
Yes.
And there's going to be some people that say, and they're right, Montes Buzelis asks to be coached hard. But I think there's a way that you can do it and still be productive and not kill the kid's confidence.
Yeah.
Confidence is shot. All you doing is sitting in the 3 right now. Yeah, the handle is not the tightest, but he got the handle to get to the line and the athleticism to draw the fouls. Allow the kid to grow, bro. Because right now we got issues. And honestly, C-Dub, I don't know if we gonna get more energy out of them within the next few games.
It ain't looking good. We still in that schedule where we playing the sewer of the NBA, the worst teams in the NBA when it comes to wins or losses, and we feel like we don't even have a chance to win.
which is great.
I thought we was gonna go 5-0. I thought 4-1 was the absolute lowest I was gonna go. Now I'm hoping that we can at least win 1 or 2 games, bro.
That shit is crazy. Because
We
you
not
playing the
even
Pacers,
the
then you see the
Pacers, bro.
Magic, and then you see Brooklyn, then the Pacers again.
Come
Those
on,
don't that sound like you supposed to be
bro.
even the last 2 games. Even the
Bro.
last 2 games.
Mm-hmm. It's just a shame, bro. The Bulls are in the funk. It's going to take leadership to get them out of there. I think there's some structural changes to be made. Y'all know that I want Vooch out of there. It's just not going to work for the entire season. It's not. It's always going to be problems. Giving up points in the paint. He ain't the all be all and giving up points in the paint, but it starts with his big ass, and it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. I seen guards go right at Vooch from the Charlotte Hornets and go right at him in the paint and get buckets like he wasn't even standing there. That is not going to work, bro. It's just not. I don't know what the fuck y'all like about Nick Vooch. What? I don't know. That's on y'all. What can I do? He's still on the team.
What can we do? Nothing.
Nothing, bro. He can score. He hit a couple game winners, but that doesn't supplant all the negative that Nick Vooch does on the defensive end. It just doesn't. You can't win for long extended times with Nick Vooch as your center, bro. It's just not gonna happen.
It is what it is, bro. That shit crazy. We start talking about rain and snow, and that bitch started letting go. They're letting go now.
Snowing out there too.
It wasn't even falling. I brought up snow and sleep.
We started talking about Nick Vooch and we started
snow shower. That said, watch this. Bro.
Yeah.
But hey, man. You got anything else, bro? They got issues they need to fix. What you got, man?
Hey, man, it's up to them, man. They got the leadership down there. Billy Donovan, I suppose Nick Vooch. They got to put it all together, bro, and get this thing on the right track because we were going in the beginning of the season, but these words and stuff, it's up to them. Let them do it. Billy and Vooch.
Out the media.
Yep, stay out the media. Stop putting down your team, your young players, bro.
And Come then on, just a quick point before we actually get up out of here. You saying that soft shit to the media. What is his? Remember we were saying that bro was spicy in the locker room. How you treat these young boys?
Mm-hmm.
How you treating them?
Yeah.
Because, like, for an example, we got DeAndre Jordan down there in New Orleans. He coaching up Derek Queen. He playing well. Jeremiah Fears playing well. These guys they responding to the veteran leadership, and these guys not responding to Nikola Vucevic or his attempt to be a leader. Get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
We told y'all to let him go. We told y'all.
It ain't working, bro. I just think he out of touch with these young people. Anyway,
he frustrated with the young guys, and he just that so he won't get fined, bro.
Request a trade, you big goofy. Just do it.
For real. But hey, man, that is it from us today, y'all. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode. Before y'all get up out of here, hit that comment box. Let us know how y'all feeling about today's discussion. Let us know. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell, man. The Bulls got a matchup tonight versus the Indiana Pacers. Will they respond?
We'll see.
Bro. But hey, man, appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all always see red, and y'all already know we're going to catch y'all.
Go Bears, though.
For sure. Oh, bro, they can't steal my joy. You hear me? What they gonna say now? Peace, y'all.
Cognac. Gang.